Hello, and welcome to this hypnosis session to help you improve your sleep. A good night's sleep is as important to your health as exercise and good nutrition. But for many of us, a restful night often eludes us, and we awaken tired and unrefreshed. The use of technology before bed, stress and work problems, children, and intrusive thoughts all have an impact on the quality of our sleep. And finding the right solution can be a major headache. This session will help you have a restful night by allowing your mind to put worries and concerns aside until the morning, so that your thoughts will quieten and you'll be able to have a great night's sleep. Quieting the mind will enable your body to relax properly, as any heightened states of alertness can just switch themselves off. And you know that you will be able to pick these concerns up again in the morning. Because this session is designed to be listened to just before sleep, it makes sense to listen to this audio while lying down with your eyes closed. So just take a moment to get comfortable and close your eyes. And as you lie here with your eyes closed, you can just begin to imagine how it feels to be deeply asleep. Your mind already knows how to do this, and you can easily access the memory of what being asleep feels like. If you can remember what it feels like to be asleep, then you can effortlessly bring that memory into your mind now. And as you do, you really should be able to notice how your body feels when you are asleep. I know you want to fall asleep as quickly as you can, and by just letting yourself become aware of the changes in your breathing and the comfortable way that all of the tension just flows out of your body as you become more aware of how you naturally fall asleep. And recalling the many times you've fallen asleep in the past, and imagining the many times you will fall asleep in the future, it's easy to know that you can fall asleep right now. It's a good thing you're experienced at falling asleep. You've been doing it for many years. And as you imagine all of the times you've been asleep, piled one on top of the other, you can't help but notice just how readily you can slip into a deep sleep now, or in a little while. You should remember that sleep is a natural feeling, and we all drift off to sleep at some point without really noticing how it can simply cover us with a blanket of relaxation. You might realize that charging a phone is much quicker when you turn it off, and your body can recharge itself much quicker when we turn ourselves off with sleep. A long time ago when I was young, I would listen to stories before I fell asleep, and I remember the story of a fisherman who had a marvelous catch and had so many fish that he didn't know what to do. So he put all of his fish on his barrow and started slowly pushing it home for his wife to deal with. Can you imagine it? He caught so many fish that the cart was piled high, and it was so heavy that he had to use all of his energy to keep it on its journey. And he came to an inn, and the innkeeper was fretting as he had a local noble coming, but had nothing to feed them. What luck, thought the fisherman, and he agreed with the innkeeper to sell some fish for the noble. The cart became easier to push, and the fisherman had money on his belt, but it was still a long way home. So off he went again, pushing his barrow home so that he could rest. As he was tiring, he came across a church, and the congregation was reading about Jonah and the fish. What luck, thought the fisherman, as all of the congregation came out just as he was passing. And oh my, didn't he sell a lot of fish? And now his barrow was much emptier and easier to push. But it had been a long day, and he just wanted to get home and rest. So once more he started pushing his cart along his journey. His tiredness was catching up with him as he went. Soon he came to a bridge, but it was blocked and he couldn't cross it. Luckily for him, there was a ferryman nearby, and so with great effort he pushed his barrow to the ferry. The ferryman was happy to see the fisherman, because he'd been so busy he hadn't been able to get anything to eat. What luck, thought the fisherman, who paid the ferryman with a few of his fish to cross. His barrow was light now, just a few fish left, and there in sight was his little house. And there outside were horses he didn't recognize, and it was clear that his wife had visitors. So slowly he pushed his barrow home. And just as he got there, his wife came out with his son, who'd come to visit with his new family. And the fisherman's wife looked at the barrow and said, "What luck! There's just enough left for us all." And the fisherman smiled, because he knew that tomorrow there would be new fish waiting for him when he began his day once again. Suppose you found yourself waking from a deep sleep, fully refreshed, knowing that you can pick up the new day with a fresh outlook, fully charged and ready to go. I know you're wondering how easy it is to fall asleep without any cares in the world as you are listening to my voice, so you can comfortably drift into a world of sleep. As you lie here with your eyes closed, listening to my voice and naturally drifting off to sleep, you know that any cares or concerns you have can be put aside until you are ready to wake up in the morning. There's no need to put your thoughts away like books on a shelf until you know that you can pick them up in the morning. Just imagine, while you slowly doze your way into sleep, just imagine putting all your cares and concerns in a box. taking them out of your mind, one by one, now. You really should discover for yourself that it's a simple process to take each burden from your thoughts and putting it safely in a box ready for you to pick up in the morning. Which means that while they're in the box, your mind can be free and clear to simply slip deeply into sleep. You may notice that your mind thinks this is a strange notion, and that's okay. It's simply forgotten to remember that it does this all the time. Put one concern away while it thinks of another way to help you relax deeply now. As soon as you realize that you can remember to forget things that you don't need to deal with now, as they can naturally slip into the box of things to do tomorrow. It's not necessary that you put these thoughts away until you begin to realize how much easier it is to fall asleep knowing now that you can quickly access all of these thoughts in the morning after such a restful night. Sooner or later, your mind will just become quiet now, as it understands the importance of sleep and how freely it comes to you without you even having to think about it. Because you know how to sleep deeply, so you can just feel that sensation of deep sleep just flow over you. Will you feel yourself just slipping away now, or drifting off in a little while, knowing that all of your cares are safely stored away for you till the morning? Have you ever fallen asleep without realizing it now, as your whole body smoothly relaxes into deep sleep? Just pretend for a moment that you're in the deepest sleep you've ever had. A sleep so deep and restorative, every part of your mind and body is at rest in a relaxing way deeper than you've ever been before. And as your body just effortlessly relaxes, your mind slips into a boundless sleep to the point where you half listen to my words, as you know that sleep is taking hold of you. And every time you breathe, you'll just slip further into a deep sleep, knowing that this is the most natural thing to do. And as you can experience deep sleep now, just feel yourself finally floating off, as if nothing could keep you in the here and now.